What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update, where we're also going to take a look at Ethereum and Litecoin. We're going to look at our targets for all three of them. Definitely stick around for the whole video. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the link below in the description. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway every Monday. We'll be doing that today at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Also, I'll be giving away that $500 Prime XBT account. And is Bitcoin in trouble? We're going to talk about it. We're going to look at some areas we need to watch. We're going to look at the possibilities of the bullish case and the bearish case scenario. But as of right now, it is looking more on the bearish side, but we will take a look at it. All right, taking a look at this falling channel that we have watched forever. We had a target up here at 49,559. We got a little bit above that and got rejected. We talked about that possibly happening, and let's look at where we're at. If we do a Fibonacci retracement from this swing low to the swing high, if we've topped there, I do see us possibly coming all the way back down to test this area around the 36.3, and of course that would be weeks away, but we will take a look at what's going on. We'll zoom in, take a look at some measured moves here, and if we take a look at, if you stick around for the 4 hour too, we come up with the same 36.3 range, so there is some confluency there. But let's look at this rising channel or rising wedge we had here. And if we're able to break back up inside this, which that's going to be over the $48,200 range, depending on how quickly, if we do. But if we do get up there and break the $50,000 range, then we could be going as high as 55 to 56,000. I do have a higher target also off the 4 hour, some areas to watch. But as of right now, we are getting rejected on this wedge. And if we look at this as a bear flag, which does look like we are possibly breaking down now, that would get us down to around the 44.7, 44.8 range, which is also the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement. I would expect most likely get a bounce here. It probably will end up being a dead cat bounce. Once we break this area, then we could look at this breakdown from the wedge here, and if we put a measured move there, it gets us right around the 42,000, 42,200, right in that range. 0.382 fib is at 41.6, and then we had the 0.5 fib at 39,192, and then of course the golden pocket zone. Now if we could get a very nice bounce here and continue up for another leg up, if we come down and get a bounce off this Fibonacci range, which is the 0.618 and 0.65 golden pocket zone, like I said, around the 36.3. If we do get a nice bounce from there, we could get one more leg up. But any open and close of a daily below this trend line, I would say Bitcoin is in pretty big trouble. And we're going to take a look at the RSIs. That's also showing some bearish signs we've been watching. But let's take a look at, let me get this out of the way. Look at this rising channel here. If we do come back up for another leg up here, we could possibly see the $51,600 range. And I've talked about it, guys. I believe that we're about to see a major crash in the traditional markets. I know people believe that Bitcoin isn't correlated, but every time it happens, Bitcoin goes down with that. Be careful, guys. I know everybody's extremely bullish. You're starting to see more and more Bitcoin all over the network news, so be cautious. It feels a lot like 2017 top, guys. So anyways, if we did come up here, we could be looking at that 51.62 range. But let's look at the 55 EMA on the 4 hour, and that lies around the $45,000 range. An open and close of a 4 hour below this range. Then we have the 200 EMA, which is around the $40,000 range. 42, depending on how long it would get down there. And it doesn't mean we come straight down, guys. If you look at this target here at the 36.3, that is February 25th, somewhere in that range. So that's, 10 days away it could take us to get. So there's going to be a lot of action if this plays out this way. But again, a break of that trend line would also be the break of this trend line in the rising channel. And if that was the case, then we have a measured move of right around the 18.8 range. And again, that doesn't mean it goes straight down, but I'm showing you reasons to be cautious here. And if we do break that 51.62, we could get as high as a $68,000-$69,000 range if this is a rising channel here. That's the bullish case, a break of this 51.6 range. So other than that, if we do come back down to this area and it breaks, we could be going much lower. In the RSI, we had been watching this rising channel, and I had said if we open and close at 4 hour below this, which we have, we got rejected off the bottom of it now, guys. And that doesn't mean we can't come down, come back up again, you know, possibly touch this area and before coming down. But it is looking bearish here. We have broke this rising channel now, guys. So again, be cautious. And let's take a look at Prime XBT. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check it out. My favorite exchange. I don't trade against you like the other exchanges. You can trade Forex, crypto, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, all kinds of stuff on one exchange. You can use my promo codes. Even if you already have an account, use my promo code SAVY50. It'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus, up to 1 Bitcoin to use towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off of your fees. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. They got a lot of awesome features on here. I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use their margin. All right, let's take a look at the RSI. So looking at the 4 hour here in the RSI, we're making higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. Let's go into the daily. Same thing. Higher highs. Let me thicken this RSI line up so you can see it a little better. Let's go there. There we go. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. Let's look at the 2-day. 2-day, same thing. Higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. Let's look at 3-day. Same thing. Higher highs in the RSI, or higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. Let's look at the weekly. I don't know why these trend lines are on here. Let me get them off here. So looking at the weekly, the same thing, guys. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Monthly, same thing. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI, guys. Be cautious, be careful. Let's take a look at one more thing. If we look at the daily, price is rising, volumes declining. Unless we get a huge green volume spike to erase this divergence, and we would have to go pretty high. That's the only way that, you know, Bitcoin's going to continue up, if we get the RSI to break this RSI on the daily. Now look, we did get a nice bounce off the 8 EMA. If that can hold, we could be going up, like I said, but I don't see it. I think we're going to probably come back down below this within the next day or two. And that's around the 46,000. Open and close of a daily below that, and it's going to get ugly in my opinion. Let's take a look at the DXY. So we've been looking at these fractals. This one here is back from 2017 and 18. You can see when the dollar broke out, it went on a bull run for, it doesn't go on a bull run like Bitcoin. It doesn't, you know, just shoot straight up. But this was a, let's see, from 18 to 20, so a 2-year bull run. And I do think we're probably going to get the same thing here. As you guys know, I am bullish on the dollar, unless the dollar breaks this 89.12 area. But as you can see, this is the 3-day chart. When we broke the wedge in the RSI over here, that began the bull run for the dollar, and Bitcoin drops when the dollar rises like that. Of course, everybody talks about buying gold and silver, and that way your money's safe when the stock market crashes. But if you pay attention, the dollar rises when the stock market crashes. Buy the fear. They put fear in the dollar, so everybody gets out of the dollar before they crash the markets. That is my theory, my opinion. But as you can see over here, in the 3-day, we have broken out of this wedge also in the fractal. and we came down. We're getting support on the wedge on the 3-day here. It does look like we're possibly ready to continue up from here. We are getting a little resistance on the EMAs, but let's take another look at, let me move this one to the top. We're going to look at the MACD real quick before we go into the rest of the charts here on Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum. But as you can see, if we look at these fractals here, so I have it as an Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an ending diagonal here. Same thing over here. And as you can see, when it hit wave 4, we can see the MACD here. And then when we got down into this range, we made a little hump, came down before busting out of the wedge. We're doing the same thing here. If we look right, let me put this so you guys can see it, if I can even find what I'm, here we go. So this area here, the same, that wave 4. And then let's pull up where we're at now, right there, which is the same as right here. And we're getting this little downturn, and I believe we're going to pop up and out, and I think this is going to happen probably within the next week, if not this week, maybe 2 weeks tops. But I do see us breaking up and out of this range, guys, for the dollar, and that's usually a bad sign for pretty much all other markets drop when the dollar rises. So be cautious. And let's take a look at the dollar. I overlaid the dollar on the Bitcoin chart here. As you can see, every time the dollar bottoms out on this trend line, it goes on a rally afterwards. Also, if you notice, whenever the dollar bottoms, Bitcoin's at or near its top. That's why I do believe we are very close to the top, if not already there. And let's take a look at every time the dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. Dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. Like I said, we could get up. Just watch that wedge in the 1 hour. And let's take a look at one more thing. So as you can see, I have these 3 rising channels in here. This one's from the 2017 bull run, 2019, and where we're currently at. Some things I want to look at. If you haven't seen this already, you definitely want to stick around. All right, so looking at the rising channel here, as you can see on the second touch of the rising channel, I've drawn a trend line across, which we usually capitulate beyond. Let's take a look at this triangle. And we've talked about why I believe triangles are formed, because big money's up here selling, and they'll sell, they'll buy back with everybody here, get it pushed back up, get everybody bullish, and then they'll sell again, do the same thing, but it just keeps going lower and lower, creating the triangle. But if we look at this measured move from this triangle, it got us down to our bottom right over here, and we broke back through from this second touch on the rising channel over here. Now let's go over to 2018 or 2019. Same thing. We created this triangle. We take a measured move of that triangle, and you can see I have the yellow dotted line over here too from the second touch on the rising channel. Let's look at where we're at now. So we have the rising channel, drew the trend line from the second touch of the rising channel. Now this doesn't have to be this way. This triangle is pure speculation, guys, and this is if this is the top. But if we put a measured move and go off the break of that triangle, that would get us below this trend line. And as you can see, this measured move came almost perfect with our dump over back in March. So that would get us around the $82 to $8,400 range. Of course, like what happened over here, if something big happens, we could go lower. But I'm looking at this as a major possibility, guys. And let's take a look at each time. Let's take a measure. Let's measure the retracement. And now everybody thinks I hate Bitcoin. I'm so bearish on Bitcoin. I'm just looking at reality, guys. I'm a believer in Bitcoin. It is still pure speculation, but I think in the future it will succeed, but it's way too volatile right now. So let's take a look at this. This was an 85% correction back off the 2017 top. Let's take a look at 2019. We had a 72% correction. So let's say we just had an 80% correction here, which I think it'll be more like 85. if this is the top. Reason being, there's so much hype. But if we went to 83, 84 like we did in 2017, that also gets us down to that right around the $8,000 level. So just be aware of that, guys. Again, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it is a possibility. This is how the tops form. Another way you can look at this is if we go from the breakout, from the time, you know what? Let's look at something else real quick. I was looking at this yesterday and I wanted to point this out. Let's take from here. As you can see, once we broke out, we did the same thing here. Once we broke out, we came back down for a retest. Let's take the top of that breakout and go to the top of 19 or 17. I'm sorry. That was, I got to do it this way. Sorry, I had it backwards. That was 150% rise. Let's look over here, see what it was. Obviously, this was a much smaller little mini bull run in 19. That one was about 50. Now let's go over to right here. Same point I just showed you on 17, as this is looking a lot like a fractal. If we go up to the top, same thing, 150%, the exact same as we had in 17. So again, guys, I'm just showing you reasons to be cautious. I know everybody's extremely bullish, calling for $100,000, $200,000 Bitcoin. Not saying it's not possible. Just be cautious, guys. Big money's playing in this now. And if you think about it, most people are getting into Bitcoin. A lot of people that are in Bitcoin, probably the vast majority, is in Bitcoin to make cash, to sell higher and get cash. Just keep that in mind. All right, so looking at the funding rate still favoring the bears. It is extremely high right here, so another reason just to be cautious. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Then we'll take a look at Ethereum, and then we will take a look at our winners. So if we look at Litecoin, look at this as Adam and Eve here. We do have a measured move, and that's just taking right here from the length of the atom up to where we broke out. We did come back down below before breaking out, but I still believe it's a good possibility we get up to this 271 range. I know people are saying Litecoin should break its all-time high, which is definitely possible because, as you guys know, if you were around for 2017, even after Bitcoin topped, everything else rallied for a while afterwards. So it is possible, but this is my target as of right now, that 271. Obviously, if we break down and Bitcoin really does crash, we'll be looking back down towards the 150 range to retest this. But any break, any open and close of a daily below this 150 range is probably going to get ugly. But like I said, right now I'm looking for this 271 there. And Ethereum, we've been watching this rising channel. If we are able to break, and today it is around the 19,050 range. If we were able to break that, we could be getting this measured move of the rising channel up to the $2,428 range would be the target. Otherwise, we've talked about, let me put this in here. I don't know why my charts screwed up yesterday. I had to redo them all. I don't know, TradingView did not save them or something, but all right, so if we come down within the next day or two to retest this 1437, which was the old all-time high, if we do that and we break down, the measured move from there is around $940 range. As of right now, we're still looking decent on this falling channel in the RSI. But if we do get a daily close back inside this channel, that's probably going to bring us down to this area. So be aware of that. Be careful. Otherwise, like I said, a break of the 1950 range, we could be going all the way up to 2428. If you guys are enjoying the videos, check out my wife's webpage, inkerimage.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But also another way to support it, she has a lot of personalized gifts you can do on here, putting family pictures, pet pictures, or any saying, any drawing, anything you want on any of this stuff. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. And let's pick generate a random number, 1. So we'll go to yesterday's video, which is Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. If you guys haven't checked out my YouTube page, get on here, and there are some tutorials down at the bottom that can help you out, so check them out. Let's get into the videos. We'll pick yesterday's video, copy the link address, and we'll go into the random comment picker, paste it in there, get YouTube comments, and if this comment has the 500, you will win the ledger and the 500. Otherwise, if it doesn't say 500, I will go on for pick somebody else. All right, let's pick a random winner. Pawnstar 95. He put 100 in there. So Pawnstar, you won the Ledger Nano S. Get a hold of me. I'll verify it's you, and then we'll get it sent out to you this week. And we're gonna pick another one till we see 500 in the comments. Pick another winner. And 500, there it is. Innocent Macami. I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm sorry if I murdered it, but you are the winner of the 500. Get a hold of me, and yeah, we will get you the $500 Prime XBT. You both have 24 hours to get back to me, claim your prize. If you're not, then we'll give it to somebody else. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Smash that like button, leave your comments below, and have a great day. Be careful. If you guys are trading, make sure you use risk management. Don't over leverage, and don't put in more than you're willing to lose. Be safe and take it easy. Have a great day. I'm out.